What does mega mean? Quite a bit, it turns out. Welcome back to FGW Tech. I'm your host Isaiah, and today we're going to be talking about Mega Tower CPU air coolers, specifically what makes most Mega Tower CPU air coolers bad. Now, that's a very general statement, but we're going to go through some of the reasons why, from an engineering standpoint, it's harder to make a Mega Tower CPU cooler good, and how the term Mega Tower cooler has a negative connotation that might not be as accurate as you might think. Let's get into it. What do the Gigabyte Aorus ATC800, Cooler Master MA620M, MSI Core Frozer XL, Arctic Freezer 50, and Corsair A500 have in common? They're huge. These towering coolers, often referred to as Mega Tower CPU air coolers, boast massive dimensions, hulking plastic shrouds, and sometimes gaudy RGB lighting. While they may look impressive, their performance can often be hit or miss, especially when compared to more efficient and thoughtfully engineered air coolers. Mega Tower CPU air coolers are defined by their massive size, presenting case and memory compatibility challenges, dual or triple tower configurations, numerous heat pipes, large plastic shrouds, premium price tags, and a general emphasis on form over function. In other words, traditional Mega Tower coolers put style first and performance second. Certain Mega Tower coolers struggle to deliver optimal thermal results for several reasons. First, their cold plates or heat pipes may only make weak contact with the CPU's integrated heat spreader, resulting in gaps that hinder efficient heat transfer. Second, they may possess undersized heat pipes, limiting their surface area and cooling capacity. Third, many manufacturers focus on flashy features like RGB lighting, which can come at the expense of technical optimizations such as static pressure fans designed to push air through dense fin arrays. When it comes to RGB lighting taking the place of these technical optimizations, that's just a kind of drawback that comes with expensive coolers oftentimes. You got to prioritize something. Fourth, some Mega Tower coolers prioritize low fan speeds for quieter operation, sacrificing peak performance. Finally, in some designs, the metal fin stacks may be sparse or poorly shaped, compromising heat dissipation. These flaws arise from a market-driven focus on style rather than performance. Seemingly by definition then, Mega Tower coolers, with their airflow impeding plastic shrouds and emphasis on appearance, are doomed to struggle with top-tier performance with the hottest chips. However, that generalization does not condemn all of these behemoths. Coolers like the Aorus ATC800 and Corsair A500, for example, indeed suffer from poor performance due to uneven cold plates, poor fin designs, and overall inefficient heat dissipation. However, seemingly against all odds, the Deepcool Assassin 4, Cooler Master MA620M, MSI Core Frozer XL, and Arctic Freezer 50 deliver commendable performance even under high heat loads. Crucially, these four coolers don't entirely fit the traditional Mega Tower mold. While they boast large dimensions, they don't compromise performance for style. The Core Frozer XL, while lacking the refined aesthetics of its competitors, at least in my opinion, is a strong thermal performer, and the Assassin 4, MA620M, and Freezer 50 have been optimized to offer a blend of style and cooling efficiency without necessarily sacrificing either dimension too much. These models overcome the pitfalls of the ATC800 and A500 by prioritizing engineering over flashy design features, making them competitive on both the performance and style fronts. As I alluded to, the key to success with these coolers lies in the balance between style and functionality. The A500 and ATC800 begin with the goals of flashy designs and RGB lighting, with marginal performance features tacked on that lack the thoughtful engineering necessary for effective cooling. As a result, these coolers were never competitive against flag bearers like the Noctua NHD15 and Thermalright Peerless Assassin, which lead with thoughtful engineering and let the rest follow. The A500 only has 4 heat pipes, is notoriously loud, and has a thick fin array that impedes airflow from the isolated fans. Those fans are indeed very far apart. They gotta get through a lot there. The ATC800, meanwhile, suffers from a large plastic shroud that restricts air from escaping the fin stack, limiting cooling efficiency. In contrast, the MA620M, Freezer 50, Assassin 4, and Core Frozer XL are products of intentional engineering where performance was prioritized and the design elements were optimized later. Almost across the board, these coolers ensure proper CPU contact, optimize fans for static pressure, incorporate ample heat pipes, and focus on efficient airflow. The Assassin 4 is a particularly curious case study, as it appears cumbersome like the poor performers, but is in fact one of the top thermal performers on the market. In some reviews, it's even the best performing pure air cooler on the market. Despite its large plastic shroud similar to the ATC 800s, it uses a clever design with ventilation holes to allow heat to escape while directing airflow through the heat pipes. This is an example of smart engineering. The Assassin 4 also features high static pressure fans that are optimized for quiet operation, but its fins are designed for maximum surface area while minimizing density. So it has high static pressure fans, but it also designs the fin stack in a way that those fans are actually effective. These top performing Mega Tower coolers then place the emphasis where it should be, on performance, and work the design aspects into the strong performance requirements. Ultimately, whether you believe Mega Tower coolers are inherently bad depends on your definition of the category. While many reviewers paint them as a trade-off between style and cooling, it's clear that well-engineered Mega Tower coolers can strike a balance between aesthetics, noise control, and cooling efficiency. While these coolers may not offer the best value in the competitive market, given their complex designs and flashy looks, which ultimately tend to lead to sky-high prices, most Mega Tower coolers are upwards of $60, many are upwards of $80. These coolers show that, when designed thoughtfully, a Mega Tower cooler can give gamers the best of both worlds. Excellent cooling performance without sacrificing style. See you guys.